Cameron is in California. Hi, Cameron. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave. So my wife and I have been following your plan for about 3 years. We're on baby steps 4, 5, and 6. This year, we bought a house. We committed giving extra on our tithes to support our church through a giving initiative. And then we got pregnant with our first child.
Yay!
And yeah. And then her employer notified her that they've been overpaying her for the last 3 years, and they're demanding repayment of $30,000. So we're trying to figure out, how do we handle this, and do we, do a repayment plan? Do we pay down a lump sum? Do we treat it like it's a debt snowball situation?
Okay. What does she make a year?
She makes she grosses about $68,000.
Mm-hmm. And they were overpaying her by $10,000 a year, and you didn't notice.
Yeah, because she gets like mileage reimbursements with every paycheck, and she gets it on direct deposit, and so we don't ever really look at the pay stubs. And through their own mistakes, they put a payment in that was supposed to be one time, and then it ended up being recurring. And yeah, a lot of crazy things were happening with her paycheck at the beginning of her employment.
Yeah, but I guess my question, part of my question is, for 3 years you've been receiving an extra $800 a month, and you weren't keeping up with your budget enough to notice that?
Well, it wasn't that much. It was more like $450 a month. But again, we weren't really focusing the budget on.
$450 a month is not $30,000 in 3 years.
Okay, they've calculated it all out, and that's what they told us. So.
Okay. $800 a month is $10,000 a year times 3 is $30,000.
Okay. Yeah, we looked over the numbers, and it is around $30,000.
Okay. So, did you receive too much every month or in lump sums?
Yeah. There was an every month. They made a mistake with her retirement and had to reimburse her for something, and it was supposed to be a one-time payment added to her check, and then it was made recurring and just came with every check.
Okay. All right. Well, I would just, it's absurd for them to make the mistake and then require you to pay it in a lump sum. So
they're not requiring a lump sum. They are requiring repayment, though.
Okay, coming out of her check for how many years? 3 years?
They've offered, they're flexible on it. They're saying you could do 5 years, 2 years, 10 years. It sounds like it's kind of up to us, and that's why I want to know what the best would be to do.
Yeah.
Do we make a lump sum payment and then put it on a yearly plan, or do we throw as much at it as possible as we can? They can do some stuff with the taxes to where some of it gets taken out pre-tax, and so then the overall amount that we have to pay back is less. But I still don't know if we should try and stretch this out so it's a minimal hit on our monthly income, or do we knock it out as quick as possible to get it out of our lives?
How likely is she staying this job?
She really enjoys working for the county, and she's really good at it. And, obviously things can change when you start having kids, but I think right now her plan is to keep working.
Yeah, I would put it on about a 2 or 3 year thing just coming out of her check.
I'm sorry, what was that last part?
I would put it on a 2 or 3 year thing just coming out of her check.
Okay.
But you guys got to get on top of your stuff better.
Yeah, we did track our income, but, we were tracking it based off of the checks that she was cashing and figuring our income off of that.
I know, but I mean,
looking.
You should be able to look and when you did your taxes and go, we got $10,000 more than we should have. You need to be on top of your stuff better than this. And even in this conversation, you thought it was $450 when it's got to be $850. And you still don't know, and while I'm talking to you, how in the crap this got to $30,000. Other than we went through the numbers, but you don't know the numbers. So your warning there is that this happens. I mean, it's happened here. As an employer, I have overpaid people. I've never requested they repay it. I figure if we're that stupid, we lost the money. So when we overpay, we just let them keep it. But we're not the county government, so they don't have the flexibility I've got. But your job is to be more on top of your stuff than this, to know what's going on with your money in more detail than this. You don't have to be completely nerded out, but I mean, when you make $60,000, $70,000 a year and you get an extra $10,000, that's noticeable. This isn't an extra $1,000, and where you might go, well, I didn't know what was being withheld on the taxes. I can't tell that close and that kind of thing. But I mean, you guys just got to look at your pay stubs and stuff, you know. So anyway, yeah, you're going to be repaying it. You're legally liable to, and I would do it over the next 2 to 3 years. Because with a baby on the way, I don't know how much longer she's going to work, and I do not want you to get in a situation where she doesn't work there anymore, but she feels like she has to because this is still hanging over her head.